I've got a really strong collective message coming through. So I'm just gonna share this and like pour it through because it was like coming through and I'm like, hang on, I haven't gone live yet. Just give me a second, please. So let me just share this. I didn't put my little reminders out today, but I'm trusting that you guys are, we're doing it at this time every week now for this season. Okay, so I'm just gonna share this in the places because this message is strong. For our collective message, and then I'm gonna jump into psychic readings. Okay. All right, gonna share this one. Hello, hello. Say hi when you're here. Let me know how you're going. It's a really interesting time at the moment. I've been like very busy behind the scenes. I'm so freaking excited about what's happening behind the scenes. And I'm so close to finishing it, but I'm like, there's a time and a place for just putting stuff out. And then there's a time and a place for absolute perfection. And after 8 years online, this is a time for absolute perfection. So it's nearly done. Hi, Carmel, welcome. Perfect. Hi, Karen, Becky, hello, hi. All right, just gonna pull this back so I can see the comments. I can see comments here and hopefully there. And I'm gonna plug my phone in now so I don't get interrupted. And I forgot to turn my phone around because we're doing readings today. Let's get it all sorted, shall we? Okay. Hello, Missy. Hello, everybody. Okay. Are we ready for this really strong collective message? Because it's a little bit of a strong message. You know, I like to bring the truth messages. Okay, I'll just bring this up. Cool, got the comments. Yes, we are. Okay, sweet, everybody's ready. Okay, so the really strong message coming through for the collective is if you continue to betray your own love, you will never find true love. This is the message. If you continue to betray your own love, you will never find true love. If you are still clinging on to exes, if you are still hanging out at the old, you know, groups, if you're still friends, now I know a lot of people have like things where I can be friends with my exes, and I'm like, can you? Is that why you're still friends with them? If you continue to betray your own love, you will never find true love. Now, what that actually means is if you are continuing to betray your own guidance around completely separating from all the people and the places that remind you of everything that you've been through and left, and there was a fucking reason that you left, you will never find true love. If you continue to run back to family when things get too rough and too hard, instead of fucking facing and confronting the darkness within yourself that is being brought to the surface for a reason, you will never find true love. If you continue to betray your own love for self, for your values, for what's important to you, for why you left in the first place, you will never find true love. If you continue to pull up the past and hang on to the threads and just keep in contact just in case of fucking what? If you run back to the family system, if you run back to the... No. You will never find true love. If you continue to betray your own love, and what I really mean with that is like, what's really important to you? There's a reason why that didn't work out. There's a reason why you left, they left, it didn't work out. Why? Because it's not in alignment for you. Your values is what's really important to you. What's really important to you. If you're not clear about what's important to you, find what's important to you. If you're continuing to hang on to the past, or run back to the family system, it's so that you're not facing the pain of the wound that's trying to heal from being in that situation in the first place. If you cannot separate yourself from those people and places and environments and face that deep wounding, you will never find true love. If you continue to betray your own love and hang on, and then all this stuff happens or whatever, you're going to be so upset and you're going to be saying it's them and it's this and it's all those things. But really what's going on is that you betrayed your own love, and that's really what you're really cut about. Because you know it's not right. You know you shouldn't have hung around. You know you shouldn't have. 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 If you continue to hang on to the old threads, you will never face what you're really being guided to face within yourself, to heal. If you continue to betray your own sense of self and what's really important to you, you're going to be really hurt and upset a lot of the time. And you're choosing to stay in that vibration of wounding and unmet needs rather than to heal and actually receive the love that you truly are craving. But you know you're not going to get it from that place. If you continue to betray your own love, and this is more than just like, I love myself, self-love. No, this is like your values and what's really, this love, this betrayal of your own love is what makes you you. It's what makes you you. And when you continue to go against that by hanging on to people, places, things, whatever, environments, because they meet that like unmet need of like, you're trying to get that need met, you're just like, why the fuck even there? Like, they don't meet those needs. That doesn't, like, you're just sending yourself further down into the wound. When you continue to betray what's really important to you, you stay out of alignment, you stay emotional, you stay sick, you stay blah, 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 and you will never meet your true love by staying in situations or recalling or hanging on to a thread just in case. No, the threads need to be cut completely, 150 million%. And that means even with family systems, there's times where we need to have time away from them to actually get clear on that. Otherwise, we're only attracting relationships that are a repetitive pattern of our family system wounding. This is the collective message. It's really strong today. That was what was coming through without cards. I'm going to pull cards for the collective message, probably just to confirm what I've already said. And then we're going to jump into individual readings. Let me hear. Yeah. It's breaking the cycle. It is. So many people are not willing to be with themselves long enough to break the cycle of the family system and societal generational like imprinting of what a relationship is supposed to be. There's a lot of settling that goes on in relationships, and that's why there's a lot of divorces and a lot of unhappy but compromised relationships, because they're not willing to do the work and actually face what's really going on to break the cycle. You have to do the inner work first, and that requires a lot of fucking solitude, and a lot of people are too scared to do that. They'll continue to go out and party every weekend, or they'll continue to hang around the same groups and same people and same family gatherings and same blah, blah, blah. There's nothing wrong with family, but sometimes we need to break the cycle. Like, it's like a full break. Look, total submersion, just to confirm what we're talking about. This is the right now card. Don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Goal. What's your goal? Give it 100% of your energy. What did I just say? Sometimes we need to cut that completely for however long, right? Give it 100% of your energy and you may find what your life has been lacking. When you fully commit to yourself around what's really important to you, what do you think is going to happen? When you fully commit and stop betraying yourself and going back and going back and going, like, what do you think is going to happen? If you fully commit to yourself, to what's important to you, to what you're doing, to what you're being guided to do to truly heal, what do you think is going to really happen? When you fully commit to yourself and not go back and not pull it back, not pull it back. If you fully commit and fully cut and fully commit, what's going to happen? Oh, that's right. You find someone who's ready to fully commit. You find someone who's really ready to meet you there. And oh, all the things you love, oh, they love too. Why? Because you're fully committed. You fully stayed committed to what's really important to you. If you are listening to this right now and you are continuing to hold on to all the bits or in the cycle and this has happened again and this is a repeating pattern, it's kind of like this is a really strong message for you. It's time to fully immerse. Submerse, immerse, detach from everything and everyone you've ever known for quite some time. It's the initiation through to the new world. If you're not willing to do that, well then that's fine, but don't complain about you being upset because you're still like pulling up the wounds. Be happy with it. Don't be upset about it. Because you will be, because it's not what's important to you. What's important to you is all the things that are important to you. But if you're trying to get them met through someone else and not doing what's right for you and facing the grief that comes from the loss of everything that you've lost, you're never going to get through. Exactly. The only way out is through. Exactly. Grace says, this has been my journey through my divorce this past year with my karmic ex. Exactly. It was hermit mode. You can't love yourself until you've gone to those steps on your own. On your own. Self-love is more than bubble bath. Self-love is more than, telling yourself affirmations in the mirror. Self-love is truly choosing you for what's important to you and sticking to it. And releasing anything that is not that. Like 150 million %. Yep. So total submersion. In the past is distinctive potential. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. You have to have a deeper, stronger level of faith and commitment to actually walking away from and hanging on to any of those little threads, right? Like you have to have a strong belief that the love you seek is possible. Now, through the journey of the isolation phase, let's say, you will get to points where you've just lost all faith and hope. You're just like, it's not for me, it's not existing. Like you will get to that point. But that is letting go. That is core. That is cellular letting go. That is surrender. And when we're in that deep surrender mode, your energy switches and that's when you step into receiving. Rather than trying to control or force or pull up the old threads because it's familiar, because you don't want to feel that grief, because you don't want to feel that pain. You have to surrender. Exactly. Rely on your faith and the knowledge that nothing is impossible. Use a determination to hang in there until you realize a goal. That is the past card. And this is the thing, when you do step into this, there's a readiness, there's a soul evolution to this as well. So total submersion, confirming it's time. So if you're listening to this live stream and you've found this corrective message, correcting you on path, it's really time to cut the cords for good, to fully commit to yourself for as long as it takes. Could be years. How willing are you willing? Or you want to just pull up the past again. You will be tested. You will be tested. Guys, watch out for scammers. They're out, of course. Just going to block them. In the future is gentle moderation. It is selenite. It's my favorite. Take your time. Pressure from others can be released by renegotiating what you're trying to accomplish. You will be, I just said you will be tested, right? This is the future card. You're going to step into this portal, you will be tested. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you were trying to accomplish. And so it's really like, it's like, take the time, but you will be tested to keep saying no. Just say no. Just say no. You can't run from what you need to address head on. Exactly, right? Exactly. And then what you're hoping for and what you're scared of, you're hoping that it's all going to work out and life's better together with, you know, the love of your life. And future outcome, diving to new depths. So it's interesting, we've got total submersion and diving to new depths. So there is a deeper meaning to what is happening. You might be looking at this from the surface and missing what's really going on. Take a moment to pause and breathe. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what you're feeling about your current situation. And it's so funny because Grace is like, you can't run from what you need to address head on. It's like, yep, you need to face this. Allow yourself to dive deeper into what you are feeling about your current situation. The reason most people don't do this is because they're too scared to grieve. They're too scared to feel the grief of not having anyone, of being alone forever, of that loneliness, of aloneness, of not having everyone, of lost everyone, of lost everything, of lost all the thing, like everything. Like people do not do this, and that's why they keep pulling up the old threads and they don't want to let go and oh, but what if and blah, 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 because they don't want to feel the grief. The only way out is through. You have to go through the dark night of soul. And the people who do are the ones who you see who have what you want, who have what you keep on the edge, if you may, right? Yeah, and the thing is that over time and over life, we do lose a lot. We absolutely lose a lot. And if we don't grieve it, we're going to stay stuck there. But if we grieve it, so the thing that happens, so what I teach in Trust Intuition, there's a lifespan chart. And at 42, we come back to a rebirth. And that's why people say, oh, at 40, you have a life, like midlife crisis or whatever. And it's actually, there's truth to it. On an age developmental scale, it's actually a rebirth point. And so from 0 back to 42 years of age, it's kind of like we're reliving all the way back up to when we're born. But at 42, if you really go through this dark night of the soul and actually grieve that, what actually happens is that you can be reborn and you can live the life you want without those family patternings or generational societal like influence imprinting what you're trying to create in your life. This is absolute throat chakra consciousness we're talking about here. Releasing the generational, the shadow version of yourself and actually living your truth, not someone else's truth that you've swallowed since your upbringing, right? Yep, you're actually really excited about it. Exactly, Lizzie, right? Turns 40 this year. I turned 40 actually this year too, in September. So curious when you do. Yeah, I feel excited about it too. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, so that was the collective reading. It was really strong. It was like channeling in before I'd even pressed the button to go live. I was like, hang on a sec, hang on. Okay. Okay, just checking these comments here. So I was seeing a lot of people saying hi, hello, hello, hello. It was a really strong message. Let me know if this resonated with you today because it literally was channeling through before I did that. Sorry guys, there's people being, you know, scammers on here. Just let me try and block them. Scammers will come out when I do readings and stuff. It puts me off, but I'm not going to stop doing readings. Just train your intuition. Like if someone's harassing you, hounding you, send me a message, friend request. It might look like me. They've cloned my account. Like they create an account and they steal my photos, other psychics' photos. Just any harassment, just block them, delete them. They won't, you know, no good psychic does that. You have to come and hunt us down. Okay. Totally resonated as always. Yes, you're so welcome. I've been working, I almost say all weekend, actually a lot longer than that. I've been working on a project that I'm like this close to releasing. Like it's like a 6-month project. And then I was thinking about it this morning because I was like, fuck, like last night I was like, there is no way I'm going to be able to finish this in time for when I want to release it. And I was like, oh, well, I just have to, like, you know, it was like, as I said at the start of this live stream, there's a time and a place for just creating stuff and putting it out and getting like stuff done. And then there's a time for absolute fucking perfection. And I'm like, this is where I'm at right now. And I'm so excited because I was, you know, I was like, this is 6 months in the works, this project. And then I was like, actually, this is 8 years of being online project. I was like, yeah, I can give this a couple more days to like make it perfection. So I'm so fucking excited to release this for you guys. So you're gonna have to keep your eyes peeled for what it is. Okay, so let's move into personal readings, group personal readings here. So if you're new here, how I work these readings is just comment yes please, and I'll have a yes please come up now, and then I have a list of yes pleases. Now only comment once. I see all your comments. Sometimes I can't speak to everybody, but I do see all your comments. And so if you just say yes please, and then I'll have a list of yes pleases, and then I intuitively scan through the list to pick somebody. Obviously I won't be able to get to everyone on this call, so just if you listen carefully, there might be a message for you as well. And you have to stay live for the reading. You can't just say yes and then disappear and expect to come back and your reading's done for you. It doesn't work like that. It's not fair to everyone else who's on this reading. Oh my God, because I've got all these things to release to you guys, but are like, this thing had to be finished, and I'm like, oh, anyway, this is how we do it. This is how we do it. I'm so excited about it. It's just like a whole new world, and everything that I've been working for and creating for in the past like 8 years of coming online for reality awareness is like just like when everything's coming together. I knew it would all happen at once though. Everything will all happen at once, you know, just like that. But it's like 8 years in progress. 20 years in the progress. You know that they say that overnight success is like 10 years of hard work. So yep. Okay, so let's see who this reading is for. I see all these new names. Are you guys new here? Hello, welcome. There's a lot of new names. I see very familiar names and also new. This resonates with the hollow stomach feeling I felt over the weekend. With what I've been working on? Is that what you mean? Okay. Okay. These yes pleases. Okay. Rachel Scott. This one is for you. Okay, Rachel Scott, I just did a collective reading, but I'm like, you're hanging on to something. But I feel like it's like it is the threads for you, but it's like what I'm seeing is like, oh, coming to goosebumps. Okay, so the cards. So this future card is it's time to step up. You're called. Soul gifts and training, it's time to step up. You're being called. That's the future card. But also in the past card is this one, big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. See how they're both portals. It's like through one portal out the other in a way. Right now is a tapestry of life, star sisters, tapestry of life. The 7 star sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life expression. Like you've been, okay, bear with me while I just say all these messages. You've been like head in the clouds, dancing in the stars, time to earth it, time to ground it, stop fucking around, cut the threads. Can you just focus on this? And I want to say like you're thinking too small about this. It's almost like you're hanging onto the threads because you're thinking too small, you know? Like if we look at what we just talked about in the collective reading, it's like you can cut the threads. I don't know how to say it, but it's almost like underneath there's like cotton threads, you know, like from, you know how you just get like a thin piece of cotton, like from the clothing or whatever. And it's just like, they just need to be cut, like it's done. You know what I mean? It's so done. It's like, you don't need to hang on to that anymore. And so it's like, head out of the clouds, like you can bring this to life now, but there's something that you're needing to walk through and step into, but it's like, this needs to be like brought down to earth. And I want to say, like, have your dreams been like really vivid, or you haven't been sleeping? Like there's something with your sleeping, like you haven't been sleeping, or you've been getting a lot of messages while you're sleeping, or you've been waking up tired, or astral travel, or I don't know, or not sleeping because of what's going on in your life. And you like, you know, and the thing with not sleeping or dreams or whatever's, I'm going to do a podcast series on dreams coming up. But because there's so many different types of dreams, but like if we're not facing what we need to deal with in our physical day-to-day reality, you're not going to sleep, And then also you're not gonna, like, you're processing what's going on while you're trying to sleep. So you can wake up more tired because you're not facing what you need to. Does that make sense? Like in your current day reality. So, and see that, so Earth, Earth, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. And so this is where I'm like, get your head out of the clouds, like come down to earth. Like, can you birth this, please? Like, if we look at earthing, like learning how to be human in the world, but not of, it's kind of like, you need to earth this. That's what I was saying. I'm like, can you just, needs to bring it to earth, come down, you know, through one portal, out the other. You know, it's kind of like you've got, and I don't know if it's this deck or the other one. There's a card in one of these decks by Rebecca Campbell called like Double Mission. And over the years I've learned, like, that card, you know, it's like a double mission. Like, people like us get confused about what our purpose is or what our mission is because we've got a double mission, but that double mission is just being ourselves. Like, yes, we might do something, but the other part of that mission is just being who we are, is just being ourselves, right? So it feels like there's, it's time for you to, like, you know, and that's kind of like through one portal, bring it down, and then you can go, like, and not go in a bad way, just like, you know, it's like, then you can do you. I don't know, there's something there, and I always feel like there's this conflicting piece that you've got going on because you're like, I don't know, do I stay or do I go? Maybe that was part of the message. If you are in that, and that's probably what this is, there's a higher calling coming through, and that's why it's waking you up, trying to get you to pay attention to, like, are you gonna pay attention to this? Are you gonna act on this? Because this is what's really important for you to, like, make that mission happen. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, you know, and to do that, you're really needing to sort out your physical reality. Maybe that's what I was getting about the dreams. I'm like, you're not sleeping, or because you're trying to process your physical reality because you just, like, you actually don't know how to process that because you're just like, this is in my face, I don't know what to do with that. So if you are umming and ahhing about a relationship, do I stay or do I go? I did an audio on that, which helps you to understand how to make that decision and all the things that are really helpful to do before you make that decision. So when you leave, you're not regretting leaving. So yes. Okay, so that was for you, Rachel. Oh, is it Rachel or Rochelle? Sorry, I don't know if I pronounced it that. It was a good audio. Yeah, Drew, listen to that. So you can either send me a message with do I stay or do I go, or just comment that below and I can send it to you. That goes for anyone who wants to listen to that. Okay, so that was for you. As I said, I don't know if it was Rachel or Rochelle, so I'm sorry if I pronounced your name incorrectly. Okay, so I have another round of yes pleases, please. And just a reminder too, this would be the final month that you're going to be able to work with me privately in one-on-one mentoring. After the 28th of July, I'm not taking on any new clients. So if you'd like to figure out how you can work with me, I am going to release as well the 2025 personal forecasts as well, which you can get in before the end of the month, and I can get that to you as well for next year. You'd like me to be your personal guide. So if you want to details about how you can work with me privately, just comment mentoring and I can message you with the different details. Okay, so who is these cards for? Let's see. Okay. Sorry, I was just tuning into the cards and who this is for. Rachel, Rochelle, Rachel spelt Rochelle, oh, so I was right, okay. I should always know that usually the first time it's right. Rachel, yes, so resonates, yes please. Should I stay or should I go? Yes. Perfect, you're so welcome. Okay, so just checking these yes pleases here. Okay, Carmel, okay, so Carmel, the first thing that jumped out at me in the right now is this wolf. And the wolf spirit is like, yes, the lone wolf syndrome, if you may, the lone wolf initiation more appropriately. The wolf here, so the first thing I saw for you, Carmel, is this consciousness shift. So when wolf shows up, you are in a place where you are what's the word? Shedding old layers of consciousness that no longer serve you. Now, this is the teacher card, the Anika. In the past is the St. John's wort, the radiance. And I feel like this is like time to bring your radiance back, or you're in need of deep repair, or you are in a very radiant, on fire place. Or everything is being set on fire for your radiance to come back. Not literally, but metaphorically. And just with the shedding of the consciousness, I think that everything sort of has been releasing for you and from you. Like if you look at that, there's like a full house on fire there. And it's kind of like, it's time to go. It's time to shed this crap. It's time to release all of this, because you are being called to step into a leadership teacher position. And then if we look at the harmony, it's kind of like your path and your purpose is calling you to more peace. But I feel like there's a part of you that is not trusting that. It's almost like you want it, you make moves, but you fucking keep holding yourself back. Like you just, I don't know. It's a bit like what we talked about in the beginning of the collective reading. It's kind of like, what do you keep holding on to? Like you're just going to keep betraying yourself and not feeling your best. And then it's kind of like, you're just going to be trapped in that cycle. See, show the world who you really are. Show the world the real you correctly, and have faith in your dreams. I just pulled cards for more information. See, I was right. Funny about that. Show the world who you really are. You know what I mean? It's kind of like step into your teacher role, step into your leadership, and you kind of do, but you just shrink back down. It's like, no, like you want this peace and this harmony, but you keep going back, or you keep like, it's almost like you don't believe that you have the wisdom to share, or you don't believe that you've got the training, or you don't believe that you've got X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, you don't fucking need that. You just need to start doing it. And you find the way as you are doing it, you know? And if you feel like you need training, well, get some training in whatever it is, right? Show the world who you really are. Like any mentor has mentors, you know, have faith in your dreams. It's like plain and simple, like really strong. Like out of all the cards that I could have pulled out of this deck is show the world the real you and have faith in your dreams. Like really? So, and then the overlying card is the commune. And so the bottom card of the deck, and that one is the win-win forecast as well. It's kind of like it's almost like everything is poised to support you, but the only thing holding you back is you. And if you look at the wolf, it's kind of like howling, but it's like blowing its wisdom everywhere. It's like you're fully supported as you walk this path. Like you are fully supported as you walk this path. The only thing missing is your own faith in self. And the only way that we get good at something is by practicing, is by doing it, right? Just getting out there and doing it. Like what's the next thing that you're being guided to do? Go and do that. Yeah? That's Carmel. And that feels complete. Okay, I have another round of yes pleases, please. I'm so excited for what's coming. Oh my goodness, all these scammers. No. Like 0 followers. Just, yeah. Okay. That's the thing, guys. If you're ever unsure if it's a scammer, number one, are they hassling you? Yeah, okay, it's a scammer. Number two, check their profile. It'll just look weird. There's grammar issues. It's a new profile. They don't have any followers. They just share content. It's just, yeah, no. Carmel says, thank you so much. Resonates with me. I haven't got enough faith in myself. Like I doubt myself. Yeah, exactly. Sounds like you need trust intuition. That's where we really overcome that doubt, because it stems from self-worth, childhood wounding, solar plexus, personal power, all of that stuff. And learning skills, right? It's just learning skills. Like it's kind of like, are we confident to get in a car and drive a car for the very first time? Fuck no. Was I confident doing psychic readings when I first stepped out? Heck no. I was nervous as fuck. But I'm really good now because I do them all the time. Okay, who is this for? This is for Exactly, I've been told this. I have to trust my intuition. I'm like, yep. And the reason you don't is because you're wounded. Wow, it's a confidence thing as well. That's the thing. Like, if I'm gonna be a race car driver, I want to be trained by professional race cars, right? Race car drivers. If you want to be, if you want to be trained, if you want to do something, be trained by the best in the field. Plain and simple. Yeah. In whichever field that is. Like, what do you want to do? We'll be trained by the fucking best in that field. And for psychic development, that is me. And I have no qualms with saying that for the entire world. It's a deep, innate knowing. Some people may call that egotistical. I'm just like, this is who I am. Yeah. Okay. So this is for Tara. Is Tara still here? Nicola, I know, right? Stars in the eyes. I know what I'm here to do in this world, and that is definitely it, amongst other stuff. Okay. Yes, okay, Tara's here. So you need to make a decision too. Funny about that, at 11:11. So you need to make a decision. Archangel Jophiel, set yourself free. Release yourself from that which holds you back. A need to detox. Unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. It's just what we're talking about. There's something significant about the gardens and the birds being set free out of the cage, but you can see they're like the chakra colors, like sort of red, orange, green, blues, purples, yeah? And that is like this whole body, as it said, like a need to detox. So there's a whole body experience waiting for you. Oh, covered in goosebumps. There's a whole body experience waiting for you that you're keeping yourself trapped in this little lonely cage. But it's like you're trying to squash all the birds in. You're trying to squash yourself into this box that's not fucking made for you. And I feel like keep tripping up. Like I keep seeing you like walking forward and then falling over and falling over and falling. It's kind of like, because it's not your fucking path. It's not your path. And as soon as you turn around and face the path that you're meant to go, it's just like freedom. And your whole body will just be like, oh my God, this is the way. And I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about with this. Because in the past is Archangel Chamuel, which is the life purpose archangel, and it's perspective, having a perspective shift. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. And this is like the past. It's kind of like, this is sort of like the tripping up, if you may. It's kind of like you're moving forward, but you're tripping up because it's almost like you're trying to, as I said, you're trying to do something to squeeze in a box that's not fucking you, actually. And it's like, but it's like you did training or different perspective shift, or you've been listening to other people's opinions, and I think that's what it is. You've been listening to other people's opinions, which is awesome. We need to like learn from people, train, etc. But then it's kind of, it gets to a point where Archangel Chamuel was like, no, this is your path actually, and then everything will shift. Like, but if you continue to try and keep yourself in this little box because they said you had to do it this way or whatever, it's kind of, you know, I love what I say to my students in Life Purpose Legacy. It's how about I do whatever the fuck I want to do and see how free I can be? If I just was fucking doing it my way, what would I be doing? And if you pull that part of yourself back up, you're like, I know what to do. And you just go and do it. And that is where the freedom is. Now, doesn't mean you have to like leave and absolutely crumble everything. And sometimes it does. But sometimes that is the perspective shift where you've taken back your power and you're like, I fucking know what to do. Just everyone leave me alone for a minute, right? That's more where it is. It's like, can everyone just leave me alone just for a second, just while I do this thing. Just let me get myself out of this cage and I can do this. And I think that's really the strong message here. It's like you need to take your power back around this. You really need to like, it's like you need to pull your power back. You need to just stop listening to them or listening to them or listening to them. It's just like, no, it's time to listen to you. Six of Michael. There's light at the end of the tunnel. This is the overlying card. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. And this is like the decision. Yeah, it's kind of like, actually, you know what to do. You know which direction to do. You just need to like cut all the ropes, just like we've been talking about in the collective reading at the start. Cut all the last little threads and set yourself free. Because it's time for celebration in the final outcome card. Time for celebration. Abundant rewards for hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. Release yourself from burdensome situations. Let yourself out of the damn fucking cage. If I was going to do whatever I wanted to fucking do and see how free I could be, what is that? What is that choice? What is that decision? What is that? What is that? What is that? It's your new mantra. If I could just do whatever the fuck I wanted to do and see how free I could be, what would I be choosing right now? Because the outcome is grand. Release yourself from burdensome situations, abundant rewards for hard work. And the other thing that I'm getting as well about this cage, sort of almost another perspective on this, sometimes we just need to block out everyone and everything for a time to finish something. Just like me on the weekend, it's just like, everyone just leave me alone for a minute. Well, space was magically created as well. And I was like, oh, sweet, you know, just let me finish this. And it's like, we can be working on something, but then we just need to like, just block everything out just to finish it. So release yourself from burdensome situations. And the thing underneath, I want to say the reason you're torn is because there's a childhood, I don't know if it's childhood fantasy or childhood wound or childhood thread playing out. Like, you know how we've been talking about in the last few readings, throat chakra consciousness, releasing the subconscious, all of those pieces. Oh my God, I can't talk about what I'm about to release to you guys because this would be so perfect. You're just going to have to keep an eye out for it. So anyway, this childhood stuff here is like the only reason you're torn is because of this. Does that make sense? Like the only thing that's holding you back is this childhood. Like, so if you just do the inner child or connect with the inner child and actually go, if I was going to see how free I could be, what decision would we make? Not based on a past safety mechanism, feeling comfortable. If I was to really do whatever the fuck I wanted to do and see how free I could be, what is that? And sometimes even just voicing that or having that conversation with yourself and giving yourself permission for that can change everything without nothing changing at the same time. And that feels like a really strong message for you, Tara. I'll have another round of yes, pleases, please. It's really strong. Okay. I am covered in goosebumps for that. That was a really strong message. See, follow your heart. Follow your heart. The Queen of Raphael. A love of home and family. Trustworthy psychic information. See, if I could just do whatever the fuck I wanted to do and see how free I could be. What decision is that? What decision is that? I just pulled the Saltwater Oracle and this card was stuck on the book. The Heart of the Ocean. Little interruptive collective message for everyone. If you were following your heart, because that was just on this one as well. If you were truly following your heart, what decision would you make? The heart of the ocean. The vibration of love is all around you. Which decision do you make? This is like a tap on to the collective message at the start. Like, what are you still hanging on to? Like, no, it's time to let that go. Okay. Okay. Moon, you deserve to be happy. It says you deserve to achieve your innermost desires. Oh, there's another portal there. Okay, who is this for? Specifically. Okay. Karen. Karen. Jumping out at me there. You deserve to achieve your innermost desires. And it almost feels like you see how she's like, let go, surrender, let go. It's just like, if you were fully just letting it all go, like, what are you doing? Like, if you were just gonna throw your hands up, not in like non-responsibility, but in deep surrender, what is it? What are you giving up? What are you walking away from? What are you letting go from? Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's like, fuck, I don't know if I can surrender much more. I don't know if I can. And you're just like, yeah, I can. And that's the real sense at the moment. It just feels like, you know, how much more can I let go? How much more can I surrender? How much? It's kind of like, I don't think I can. And it's like, yes, you can. And it's almost like you're being forced into that to see how much you can surrender. And it's a whole body feeling. It's a dismantling. Oh, it's not a shell. Oh, the Nautilus. It's not the Nautilus shell. I don't know. It's a shell. So this is the booklet card thing, right? The booklet for the card deck. On the back is this shell. And that's where that heart was stuck, the heart of the ocean, when I was trying to pull it out. And it's kind of like, this is what's crumbling. That's why the surrender just feels like, oh, I don't know if I can do more. And then just more drops and more drops and more drops. It disintegrates, because it's the hard shell that's disintegrating. And it's, at the same time, it's spiraling vortex. So you're in the inner circle, Karen. You can use the vortex manifester meditation to really help this like thread off, if you may, to also bring in this new like portal. Does that make sense? So work with the vortex manifester meditation. It's out of the 21-day quantum trauma shifter. And it's also going to be in what's coming up, guys. Oh my God, I can't wait to release this to you. So Karen, because the ceremonial cup, I embrace the role of spirituality in my life. And I'm really starting to see this card is representative of initiation cycles. And that's what you're in right now as well. You are in an initiation through the doorway to an entirely new life that is surrounded by the vibration of love. It's like being underwater and holding your breath. That's for sure. Exactly. And so it's kind of like, don't hold your breath anymore. Let yourself, I want to say let yourself drown. What I mean by that is like, let yourself drown to realize that you're not drowning, that you've entered into a whole new realm, into a whole new vibration of love. Does that make sense? So your meditations would be the Vortex Manifester meditation, and in oceanic codes, in transcendence, oceanic codes. So there'll be two, because, you know, in oceanic codes, we literally sit on the bottom of the ocean floor. And so they would be the ones, right? It's like you don't need to hold your breath. Like, you'll see that you can actually breathe, because it's a new vibration of love, which is a new dimension, which is what you entered into. And that's why it feels so uncomfortable. But the shell is breaking, showing you that you can actually breathe here, because this is your true nature. This pure divine love that completely fills the new air is actually you. It's always been you. This absolute pure love is the vibration of love, the heart of the ocean. This heart, this is you. This is you in your pure feminine divine goddess self. Like that, this is you. And so instead of holding your breath and stop, like making her suffocate, let her breathe. Let her breathe who she really is. Let her breathe this new air that's actually who she's always been. Living the whole new vibration of love. Yeah, this is the new dimension. This is why we walk through portals. This is why we go through initiations. So let yourself breathe this new air, which is actually the love vibration, which is actually you. And then this bottom card, now that I pulled that heart of the ocean off, is actually the blue crab walking through another friggin' portal. Not every card in this deck has got portals on it, by the way. Blue crab, allowing new experiences into your life takes great strength. There we go. And the crab is about clairvoyance as well. That's hilarious. Allowing new experiences into your life takes great strength, because, a bit like what I was saying in the beginning of this live stream in the collective message, not everyone's willing to drop their shell. Not everyone can face that feeling of being stripped bare like that. But that's the initiation into the life of love, which is why we do all the fucking healing work in the first place, to heal from all the trauma and the shit and all the loss and the grief and everything we've gone through. But not everyone's willing to face that, because they don't know what's on the other side of it, because that's all they've known in that paradigm. But no one's willing to lose sight of the shore to find the new land. But I tell you what, when you do, that's the place where dreams come true. Ooh, I'm in a bit of a goddess flow. All right, I'll have another round of yes pleases, please. I love that. Totally resonates. Thank you. I've actually been doing big, deep breaths throughout this live. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I love that. That's fucking powerful. That's so powerful. That's so powerful. Okay. All right. If you'd like to book a private psychic reading, just comment mentoring below and I'll send you the details. Because after the 28th of July, I'm not taking on any new clients. And I'm fucking so excited about what's birthing out, because the stuff that's already birthing through, it's next level. The moment that I even put that post out about a month ago and said from the 28th of July, I've been guided from the 28th of July when the stars fell on my head and said to me to not take on any new clients after the 28th of July. That's just private mentoring. All my group programs are still open, of course. But private mentoring, my life changed. Like the moment I posted that, 2 days later, my life completely changed. And I was like, oh, it's already, what? What is that? So when the 28th of July actually rolls around, I'll be like, here we go to the next level of it. So if you're in my private mentoring programs with me, you get to shift to this level with this, which is just insane. I can feel it. Tara says, oh my goodness, I totally resonate with that. My fear of abandonment keeps from my childhood. My fear of abandonment from my childhood keeps me inside a closed cage and being small for the fear of not receiving love if I speak up and stand in my power. Yes, that's a bit of a societal wounding too. We're trained like that too. Plus, I'm not denying your own stuff, right? But from a societal level, we're trained like that. That's why we're in an enslaved society, you know. That's why everyone's like, oh, we're a prison and all this stuff. It's like, yeah, like, you know, you get that thing. Anyway, I've tuned into my intuition only then to have it undermined, and which then I've become closed in small again. I'm learning to take my power back, grounding myself, and yes, blocking out the rest. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, I love that. I love hearing that, Tara. And that's the thing, right? When we continue to put ourselves in situations where we're not received or we're made small or whatever, then we don't grow. Like we are stalling our own purpose and our own growth when we continue to pull that thread. But many people are too afraid to lose sight of the shore. But the people who journey with me are not. There's other people too, but it's just why society's the way it is. But that's changing and shifting, and soon everyone's going to want to be doing it. Because there'll be actually no other option, is what I believe. Okay, so who is this for? So yeah, if you want details on how to work with me, just comment mentor and I can send them to you. Okay, so who is this here? Okay, so Lizzie, is it Lizzie Gonzalez? Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. So Lizzie, I have pulled right now is tranquility. Tranquility. Make time to relax, be still, and enjoy solitude, indulging in much needed self-care. I feel like you've been through a freaking whirlwind and you're just like, oh, can I just breathe for a second, please? Just let me, I feel like you've created space, but there's very much this place around like doubting if you've done the right thing, if you've, like, do you know what I mean? Like there's something coming up where you're doubting if you made the right decision. I don't know, there's something, you kind of like, you know, and you, like, you know, that feeling where like, oh, I arrived, fuck. And then it's like, did I do the right thing? Oh, and you're like, yeah. And then you move forward and you're like, oh, I don't know. What am I doing here? How did I end up here? Did I do the, okay, I think, yeah, okay. And then something will happen to be like, oh yeah, I made the right decision. And then after a bit, you're like, did I, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, it's like that sort of feeling, right? Yes, I'm allowing myself to rest and it feels challenging. Exactly. It's like this feeling. It's like, yes, am I? Sorry, it's really strong. I'm playing it out. It's really strong. When I'm playing it out, it's really strong. Message. So, tranquility. That's the right now card. In the past is pay attention to your intuition. Yes, you've made the right choice. Notice repetitious signs in your inner guidance as this can yield valuable information. Yes, you trusted your intuition, you paid attention, hence why you're here. But you're like, oh, did I? In the next 6 months, future position is interesting, break free. Now, when I've pulled up the bottom card of the deck, there's sort of like, this is the bottom card, but this was sticking out. This was slightly sticking out when I pulled it out. And then this one is slightly sticking out, but I think this is the Alchemist card. Oh, accept heaven's help. There we go. Just a few more messages here. So the bottom card is weight, and that was where this tranquility, it's kind of like, yes, I made the right step. How did I end up here? Sorry, it's really strong. Not laughing at you. It's more like you're exactly what we've been talking about in the last few readings of like, you have stepped through to the new portal as well, a bit like Karen, you're in this new vibration and you're just like, yes, but no, but yes, but no, right? But this weight card is interesting. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. And this is almost like pull up from the past, pay attention, meaning like we know that feeling when something's right. And we also know that feeling when something's not right because we hesitate. And we're like, I don't mean this current tranquility space you're in. I mean like in the past, you knew when it's time to fucking go. You knew you had to make a decision, like it's right to do this now, right? And we know when a relationship is 100% right. And we also know when a relationship is not right, but we might still pursue it. So this is like, can you, I want to say bring up the fact that you're right. Like wait for that feeling again, okay? Wait, it's almost like stay here as long as that feeling is waiting, and then you know when it's go time, you know when it's go time. Like it's a feeling, right? And until then, yeah, you need to force yourself to relax as you are. It is strong. Like what the fuck am I doing? I know, right? And I want to say this place is the biggest place of recalibration. This is like bringing everything I've been saying in this reading or from the collective reading even. This is the place where many people don't get to. They might get to, but they'll go back. They might get to, but they don't stay here long enough. They might get to, but they'll move the fuck around all the time. Like they might get to, but they just don't stay put. They might get to, but they don't. Right? So I want to say your work now, right? At this level of initiation, the work is to stay here until that same feeling comes back of go time. Now, as I said in the beginning, it might be several years. Now, I don't know what your situation is, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm kind of like, depending on what the initiation is and for, sometimes it can be. And this is the work, because we sort of, sometimes we're forced to stay here, and sometimes we have to make a conscious choice to stay there. And sometimes it's both as well. And we'll still flick back and forth even after a couple of years, and it's kind of like, what the fuck am I doing? Right? That's the basis of an initiation, is usually we're not told. The basis of an initiation is like all your resources are gone. The basis of an initiation is you're in the dark. The basis of an initiation is you have to find your way yourself. It's kind of like, you know how we hear of those like, I don't know, people go on walkabout, like the tribes, or, you know, and people like have to or choose to like go out on their own, like they have to fend for themselves. Like it's a rite of passage, it's an initiation. And this, in modern day society, not many people get to, and not many people stay put through and actually get through to the other side. But on the other side is the breakthrough. Like it says, try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. Now, I'm not saying you have to stay put for years, okay? But what I am saying is that it will feel like you will be questioning yourself for a long time about the decision that you made. And that is part of the letting go process. It's part of the grief process to be reneging on like, oh, what am I doing? Or I should have done that. Or if I'd done this, or like that's actually part of the grief cycle. And so we don't want to get stuck in it, but we actually want to be in it because we're moving through it. So this break free, try different ventures and experiences as a way to grow and learn. Like the dolphin is the heart, and it's jumping out of the water. It's already broken through. Like this is coming after the tranquility. Like it has broken through. It's like, cool, now it's go time. We know when that feeling, as I said, of when it's time to go. And when it's not time to go and we're waiting, it's like, it feels like it's never going to end. And then we fall down and crumble and lose ourselves. And that's actually the point. Archangel Chamuel says that's the point. To lose yourself in the midst of tranquility, in the midst of facing yourself, because that's how we break free of society's grips and molds and everything that was, you know, born for us. Because what's birthing through this is self-employment. So your own purpose stuff, you're a born entrepreneur, and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. Accept heaven's help. It's like, come on, remember you asked for this on some level. Self-forgiveness. Stop beating yourself up thinking that you've done something wrong, because you haven't. You made a choice in alignment with your dreams, and that is why this is happening for you. So if you needed any confirmation, and keep this video somewhere so that every time you doubt yourself coming up, you're just going to rewatch this and go, fuck this initiation shit, I'm over it. Because trust me, it comes up. And then we're like, okay, I love it. I've learned to love being here because I know that I need to learn to love this space and myself and all the things if my dreams are going to come true. But fuck this too. And we come to peace with it, and then we come back around. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? Trust me, I know. But look what flicked out. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. So you need to keep this video in a space that until that feeling comes back of like, it's time to go. I'm loving being here right now because I'm finding new things. Yes, exactly, right? Exactly. And then we're like, but what am I doing? And it comes and it comes. And as I said, that's part of the letting go process, is literally how we let go. So yay. So glad that helps you so much. Okay, let's have another round of yes, please. Let's keep going. Oh my God, guys, keep an eye out for what I'm about to release, because it's like 8 years of everything. Like I'm like, everything is coming together this year. I knew. Well, I didn't know, but I knew everything would happen at once. That's what I did know. Okay, just wait for these yes pleases to come in. Who is this next reading for? I'm just gonna grab this other deck. Jumping out at me. Okay. Appreciate you so much. It all resonates and exactly what I need. Yay. Yay. Okay. All right, so this deck was given to me, Sacred Cycles. For some reason, I'm needing to bring this deck to awareness. I love it when decks get given to me because it's like usually, not always, but usually they're decks that I wouldn't usually purchase myself, and they're interesting. Okay, interesting journeys, like, of how it all came about in a way. All right, so this round of yes pleases here. This reading is for, okay. Okay, so you just need to just comment once. I see all the comments. So who is this reading for? Okay, so Becky Carroll. Okay, so I've pulled first quarter moon. We're kind of in there, we just gone new moon. So this is really, really strong for you right now. I would show you these cards, but they're a bit nude, so I don't want to get locked on this. Beautiful goddess drawings, paintings. Okay, so this is for, did I just say Becky? Yes. Okay, Becky. Like the card that's come up is first quarter moon. Maybe I can just cover her body. First quarter moon. Please ignore and don't get scammed by the scammers. I'm just going to block this now. And just remember, guys, it's not the person on the picture. It's some random people stealing other people's profile pictures, and so it's not even worth wasting your breath on it. Okay, so Becky, right now, because this is the moon right now, or we're just about to be in that, you cannot wait anymore to make the moves and complete this cycle that is calling you, like that has been on your mind. Like you cannot put this off anymore. Like this decision is like I want to say you've already made the decision. Like you must act on this now. Does that make sense? So Tanya says, I think I misunderstood. So every time you asked for another round, I thought it restarted. So yeah, so if you put in like another yes please when I ask for the next round of yes pleases, is that what you mean? Sorry if I wasn't clear about that. So Becky, you cannot put this off anymore. Like, you know how when we're not listening to our intuitive guidance, that it's kind of like, how bad does it have to get before you're going to listen or pay attention? It's kind of like you can't, this is now for you. Like you can't not do this anymore. And the card that's come up is clear yourself. So it's time to clear your energy. So it says like, ask the angels to release any toxic energies you may have absorbed. So it's like, clear yourself, your environment. Maybe it's clearing relationships, people, places, things, like, you know, and then have you asked your angels for help with this? Like, it's kind of like, you don't need to do this on your own. You can ask for help, but it's time to do it because you're really sensitive. And the intuition that you're receiving about this is correct. Anything scary when we're shifting our old paradigm and parents. So this is like the old paradigm that you're stepping away from, and that's why it's scary, but it's time to break free. Just like on the last reading. Like you can't, like, and I'm not telling you anything you don't know, but the strongest message is like, you can't put this off anymore. Like this is like a non-negotiable of a time portal, like that you literally cannot not do this now. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, I don't want to say like bad things are going to happen to you if you don't do it, but that's not from me. That's like, you know, that when you're not listening to intuition, like it's kind of, I think it was Tara, was it? And I was like, you keep tripping up, like you walk forward, but you're falling over. Like, it's kind of like you'll start hurting yourself, you know, when we're not grounded or we're not listening and we're just like trying to get in our body to pay attention. Does that make sense? So I'm not saying bad things are going to happen, but it's kind of like, now's the time to act on this more than ever before. Might not be a bad thing, might not be a big thing, but with the clear yourself and the parental stuff, it's kind of like there's something generational that you are shifting, that it's time to really work with that. Yeah. I'm not telling you anything. Yes. Tanya said, that's what I meant. Was not sure if meant since I haven't been picked. Does it say yes, please again, or just the first time? Yeah, sorry. So I'm sorry that wasn't clear, especially for those of you who are new here. So every time I finish reading a person, it sort of like closes off that. And then I have a fresh round of yes, pleases. So you can type in yes, please again. I just mean like when I'm asking for yes, please, just don't sit there like, yes, please, yes, please, yes, please. It's like, I just ignore you. That's called spam. You're welcome, Becky. But yeah, every time I ask for another round of yes, pleases, you can definitely put another yes, please in again. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. But I'm here every Monday, same time. Well, Sunday. Sunday, Monday, depending on where you are in the world. Once I've finished this project, I'm going to be a lot more active and here for you guys on social media. I've been very MIA with the things that have been birthing behind the scenes. It's just absolutely next level phenomenal. And it's like everything from the last 8 years is literally like coming to fruition. Like it's just like, this is what I was born for. So I'm really excited to release this for you guys. So keep your eyes peeled. Keep your eyes peeled. Yes, sorry I wasn't clear about that. I'll be more clear in explaining that from now on, but now you understand. But yes, sorry about that. Okay, so I have to jump off to jump on to my client call. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. And I'm so excited to come out because I've got so much stuff I want to share with you as well, let alone this project I'm working on. To help you guys. And I've just been like, you know, when you're like trying to do stuff and it's like, this needs to be finished first. And I'm like, so I'm so excited to come back to the front and be here with you. You're so very welcome. I hope that collective message really resonated with those who really needed to hear it. And I will see you guys really soon. Love you.